as within, so without, as above, so below, and human beings having these 7 chakras in the energy system, and then the earth having its own mirror. Are there actual like chakra points around the earth, just out of curiosity, as we come into more harmony with the earth?
Well, my perspective, because everybody has different ideas. People are channeling ideas I don't agree with. My own perception, we are anchored in the solar plexus chakra. Solar plexus chakra, my creative will, my purpose, my creativity. I've mastered my destiny. I feel confident. With solar plexus, higher chakras have not awakened fully. We're only partially through our higher chakras. Like, I love you and I love this, but I hate that. I hate what you're doing. You did that, now I hate you. Or I love you, but I can't. I'm closed now because I hate what you did. So we're not fully awakened in heart chakra. Now, a being who is from the heaven consciousness, is this pure love of divine, walks into 3D and says, it's all love. And it can be like somebody like a Jesus, and they're crucifying him, and he's saying, forgive them, they don't know what they're doing. So we're evolving to that love. Remember our connection to that higher chakra consciousness. We're not in that higher dimension. We're down here in the lower chakras, in the 3D, the lower chakras. Like, we all speak our truth. We can chant and use mantra and power words and, abracadabra, open the door, the power of we can all speak into manifestation, but only a small number of people can really speak it into being, and magic happens. But there is power in our throat chakra. We all have dreams and intuitions and visions, intuitions like that, but we don't always trust them, and very few people can see into the mystery of God in the sacred spaces around us. So there's a lot of veil still for majority of people. So we're at the lower chakras. There are people who are showing the way of these, but mostly with the lower chakras. So what's the lower chakra? Root chakra, primal, instinctive, primitive, earthy. Mother Africa, root, wisdom, power. Think of you go to a party, everybody plays some black music. Dum-dum, dum-dum, root chakra. Got the root chakra going on. And so, second chakra, what's the second chakra? The twin to Africa, Latin America. The passion, the feeling, the emotion, the creativity, Latin America. The Latin lover, the feeling. So, solar plexus chakra, where's the solar plexus chakra? You look at the old world map, all the trade routes came out of Europe. And the English had Hong Kong. I think the French had Vietnam. The Philippines Spanish had them. English had India, Africa. The Europeans divided up Africa. Australia, English speaking, New Zealand, Hawaii, you name it, the Europeans got everybody's stuff. Now, no matter where you go, solar plexus is where they're at. Who's the boss? Who's in charge? Who's the king? Who's the captain of the ship? So no matter where you go, there's going to be a fight for who's going to have that. So when the European people got out amongst the people, once they got past the hostilities that we don't trust you, now we start trading. And then the Europeans took that Chinese that gunpowder and made it into weapons where they were using for fireworks. So they were like, okay, of course the Chinese were great warriors and powerful warriors, Genghis Khan, the whole thing. And so the Europeans, when push came to shove, they had the guns, and they conquered everybody. Like we speak in English, right? Like my friends in England, they got Stonehenge, and they say, oh, that's the heart chakra. I say, Europe, England, Stonehenge, heart chakra. No, dudes, all power spots open up heart chakra because they open up to higher centers. But over there is solar plexus, stiff upper lip, where redcoats will get a kick ass and conquer the world. So that came to the United States, the superpower. We have the best technology, the most money spent on our military. We are the United States. That's all breaking up now a little bit, but we are this power. So other nations also have solar plexus. China and India is the next power coming up, and Europe is still powerful solar plexus. But United States took it on. All the people, the visionaries from around the world, from all the countries, came to the United States, and so we are. If you look at a medicine wheel, it's got 4 directions. And so the 4 quarters of the world, the 4 quarters of creation, that's built into our body also. I mentioned that before, that we are mirroring the earth and vice versa. So your top of your head is the North Pole, is crown chakra. The bottom of your feet is South Pole. Your waist is the Earth's equator. Africa, the root chakra. Latin America, the 2nd chakra. Europe, the 3rd chakra. That's where we're at, 3rd chakra. The United States is taking that on. The navel of the world is Israel. All of that Old Testament, God set it up at Armageddon at Israel. So what's the right hand of the world? Are you right-handed? So the right hand is stronger. The right side of the body is stronger. If you go hiking with people and you don't have a trail, but you're excited, you go fast, the right leg takes a bigger step, you make a big circle going to the left, like that. And oh my God, we're in a big circle. That happened to me as my friends were hiking one time, big circle.
You're right.
We were excited. So the right is the dominant, the male is the dominant. So where's the right hand of the world? The eastern pole of the world is the biggest, highest, largest plateau in the world, the Tibetan Himalayan plateau. And the indigenous people have 4 sacred mountains, and they have shrines in those mountains. And they make pilgrimage to the shrines, and they prostrate down on the ground, and they do the prayer, they get up and they pray again to Sky Father, to Mother Earth, and they prostrate, and they go to the shrines. The highest male phallic pinnacle in the world, Mount Everest, the right hand. So now where's the left hand? The opposite side of the world, north of the equator, because above the equator is the male dominant side. Our heaven is our male side. Below our waist, below our navel, and below our equator, our waist, is the female side, our earth side. Earth is the female, instinctive, procreative, like that. Above is our heavenly side, our divine, the masculine side, not the transcendental side. Because over here, the right hand, the mystics are in the caves in the Himalayas. And what does the male do? Masters the description of the world. And so they say the world's an illusion. So what do, they master their energy. They bring their energy up, master their consciousness. And by bringing their energy up, they touch into enlightenment consciousness. And then from that center, they are sending power to their disciples around the world, channeling this energy down to the disciples in the world. And so the left hand of the world, opposite the world, north of the equator, is the 2nd largest plateau in the world, the female plateau. Like over on the right-hand side, they have the sacred buffalo. They don't eat it because it's sacred. Over on the left hand, they have the sacred buffalo, but they eat it because it's sacred. It's a gift to them to sustain the people. This is the Native American people, and this is the 2nd largest plateau in the world, is the Colorado Plateau. So when you look at Sedona and see the Red Rock Mountains, it's a part of that plateau.
Indians.
In Dios, in God, in Dios. And so there are 4 sacred mountains on the 4 corners that the Native people have shrines in, that you can't go there unless you're indigenous. You can't just go there hiking and being a tourist. Those are sacred places that are not allowed to the public. And the people are doing their ceremonies to hold the balance with the earth. In Tibet, they have their shrines. In the Native American, they have their shrines to hold the balance, east and west. Because if the United States America wasn't where it was, because of the rotation, those continents are balancing each other. So the left hand, the female plateau, and on that side, the tallest male phallic pinnacle, Mount Everest. On this side, the largest female womb is the Grand Canyon. Womb and yin and yang. And so both sides have transcendental wisdom. When the Tibetan people came over, and that was holding the 3rd eye of the world and the higher throat chakra, the chants of syllables from the east, because of the Himalayas
Got
holding
it.
that power.
Yeah.
And so then over here, like the native people, they're also very transcendental. The Tibetan Buddhists, they have their little prayer wheel. They spin their wheel. They got their stupa that spirals at the top, and they walk clockwise around their stupa, their little pinnacle, their little temples. And over here, we have the medicine wheel. We go clockwise around the wheel. Now, some traditions go counterclockwise, and there's reasons for that too. But the male and the female balance. When the Tibetans came over, their word for sun was the Hopi word for moon, and vice versa, Dawa and Nyingma. And so the Tibetans were doing these sand paintings, and then the Navajo were doing sand paintings when they do healing the medicine people do healing for their clients there. So they're in the ancient time they were maybe very much the same people, but the split through the great migrations in the past. So you're familiar with Atlantis?
Yes, a little bit.
Yeah, Atlantis holds the masculine polarity, the advanced sciences and things like this, and warlike. They conquered everybody. And the Pacific was Lemuria. All people maybe called Mu. There may be some differences in people's ideas around that, but the masculine and the feminine. So Lemuria was the ancient heart chakra of the planet, because in the past we were on a higher frequency. And as the Great War took place and the Great Cataclysm and the Earth went through its change 13,000 years ago, and the migrations took place, that heart chakra energy of Lemuria, today it comes through Hawaii. And along the Ring of Fire in the tropical paradise places where it's green and lush, that the female energy is strong there. But all sacred places open the heart chakra, but especially the female places.
Wow.
Especially the Mother Earth is female. The female holds the heart chakra. So the earth is a school ground of heart chakra lessons. And so whenever you go to a power place, it's going to go, there goes your heart. Oh my God, wow. And then you climb the mountain, the higher you go, the more you expand your mind, and your mind opens up saying, wow, I see the big picture. This is my vision. I see where my life is going now. And I might not have the vision, but I have a sense of intuitive understanding that I'm expanded myself. So sacred places do that. And the Grand Canyon is holding that power on this side. There's a movie called Grand Canyon, and these guys are living in LA and they have their little life story. Kevin Kline, I think his life situation, and Danny Glover, his family, and they had both had the dramas going on in their lives. But these two guys keep intersecting, their lives intersect, and finally they become friends. And to get away from all the craziness of LA, they go to the Grand Canyon. And when they get there, it's like it just blows them open. They go, oh, it all makes sense now. Like that crazy world is not real, but this is real. There's like a movie called Grand Canyon. The movie they showed at the entrance to the Grand Canyon in a little town called Tucson at the IMAX theater. And they show the history, the geology, and some of the Native American lore. And then they have some of the modern explorers down there. They're scientists. They got their journals and they're writing about the flora and the fauna and the temperature. And they're observing scientifically. But as they get to writing their stories, they become mystics. They start saying things like this. The seasons, they come and go. The light plays upon the canyon, the echoes of the bird song. Timelessness is so vast. And in this, under the stars, this symphony of the universe, you begin to lose yourself and become one in its vast mystery. They talk like that. They start to become mystics because all you've got to do is quiet your mind, the silence, go into a power place, let the power open you up into the silence, and see the beauty all around you. And it takes you right to the mystical awakening. It's just that simple.